Hey guys, this is just a quick one. Let's sit here so you can actually see me. It is, I don't know what day it is. It's the next day after the last video I posted. I know that much. Things are good. Things are good. I am snotty as fuck again. There's a cat. I don't know if you can see that. Got my Wanderer shirt on. There we go. Yeah. Who do you sing for? I'd be shooting this on my normal U-Butte fucking camera, but that's out of batteries at the moment. Don't know why. I charged both. I charged one, which was in the camera, and that ran out, and then the other one, yeah, and that one was fucking dead too, so, and I had that on charge, so I'm a little bit unhappy about that, but this is how we're doing things now. Thank God for technology. I'm actually not minding doing these on my phone, especially now that I know it fucking outputs in 1080p. At least, that's what the source stuff said in Premiere. I'm not entirely sure how true that is. But, I don't know, I'm preferring these rather than setting up the whole bloody camera and lighting and all that bullshit, making sure I'm sitting the right way, making sure everything's in focus. Whereas with this, I can just whip out the phone and just ramble. Which is always fun, which is always good. It's kind of what I used to do. You know, before I was fucking making short films and shit. And then I got my first real camera. And, yeah, and then I was properly setting that up and fucking standing in the right direction. And thankfully at the time I had autofocus, so it was fine. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like these. They're more off the cuff. They're more casual. They're more vlog, I guess. Yeah, and I've been outputting these in 720p as well. They don't, as far as I'm concerned, you're watching the talking fucking head. You don't need this big, beautiful fucking setup. Some people do it really well. Like, some people do vlogs really well. Becky O, for example. Sorry, what's her name now? Becky Brown, Rebecca Jane Brown, or whatever the fuck her name is. Let's try that again. Though that said, some people do vlogs really well and they look really good. Nanaloo, Rebecca Brown, yeah, and they actually, you can tell they put effort into this shit. Whereas, you know, maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe I should give more of a shit. But seriously, not a lot of people are going to watch Talking Fucking Head. So, I organised a pickup for the amp and a set of pickups that I was going to get rid of, and that didn't end up happening, so there goes part of my day. Had to pick up one of my housemates from Chullora at stupid o'clock in the morning, at least stupid o'clock for me. Yeah, so that's pretty much been my day. I haven't done very much else. Something a little bit exciting happened, but I won't spoil that till it gets here. That's about it, really. Been at home watching videos, that's about it. So I was watching this thing about the whole Jimmy Saville case, Operation U-Tree and stuff like that, and I am not I'm not exactly uninformed when it comes to this sort of shit, when it comes to child abuse and what have you, but I still don't get it. I still don't fucking get it. Like, what goes through a person's mind to abuse a fucking child? Like, yeah, and especially as prolific as what Jimmy Saville did as well. I don't know. I mean, there are worse things you could do in the world. Let's face it. You know, there's like murder, straight up killing a motherfucker. But I don't know. Just child abuse is just, yeah, it's disgusting. Fucking disgusting. And it's because of big cases like this that people who have those same urges but don't want to act on it just refuse to get help. Like, flat out, just they end up going underground, just like all the fucking dirty motherfuckers who do actually act out on their urges and abuse kids. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And maybe, you know, I don't know, I've always been of the belief that if you are a non-offending pedophile, that, you know, I don't know, it's one of those things where, you know, get help, you know, work through whatever the fuck it needs to be worked through, whatever. Yeah, and that's a pretty slippery slope as well, because it gets into the whole, you know, well, you can't help, you know, you love who you love and shit like that, and it fucking, you know, and then that goes into advocacy of, you know, pedophile rights and shit like that, which I'm not going to get into here. That's a whole fucking can of worms I couldn't be bothered talking about. Yeah, just, I don't get it. As someone who is queer, as someone who really not a fan of kids, few exceptions, I don't know. I can't stand to be around kids most of the time, much less want to fuck one, so I don't get it. I don't know, it's just what goes through these people's fucking minds. Like, I'm gonna go out and ruin this person's fucking day, their fucking life, like, shit. And what they're doing, they know it's fucking wrong, they know it's illegal, they know it's fucking malicious, they know it's gonna fuck this person up. And they just don't care. Well, fuck, that went down quickly, didn't it? That went fucking dark tone for a fucking vlog. Shit, Luke. So I watched that, and the other thing that really got to me was how it was just buried by the BBC. Like, nobody fucking gave a shit. You know, Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols was ranting about it back fucking in the 1970s, and they just blacklisted him. You know, all these people knew about it, and nobody wanted to say, fucking, you know, Saville, you dirty cunt, go to prison. Because it was just, again, it's that whole power thing. The whole thing is basically based on power and authority and shit like that. You know, and it's yeah, just because he was too much of an asset, too much of a valuable person to the BBC, everyone was like, yeah, no, let's you just do your thing, Jimmy. That's alright, you're gonna fuck a kid, okay, no worries. You know, it's just ridiculous. You know. Yeah, and the other high profile case at the moment is the whole thing with Cardinal Pell. Again, baffles the mind. Especially because this is a fucking organisation meant to help people. Like, at the end of the day, religion is meant to help people, you know, meant to help people find their way in life or whatever, or give them something to look forward to or whatever. But then again, this is Catholicism. They're usually known for the people who makes people like me think that having a penis is bad, basically. You know, having urges is bad. So, not too surprised there. Man, that got dark. Yeah, I watched that. I started watching one on Rolf Harris as well. Might as well round out the two. Because there were 3 high-profile cases that I knew about. There was, out of your Operation U Tree, there was 3 I knew about. One was Jimmy Saville, obviously. The other one was Rolf Harris, and the other one was Gary Glitter, but he was already in prison or something like that. He was already done. And that's it. That's the other thing. If you're caught, why fucking do it again? Like, shits me. Like, I'm not a big fan of authority by any stretch of the imagination, but for fuck's sake, you know. And again, it's not just child abuse either. Like, you look at any high-profile fucking rape case, chances are you know, people are trying to bury the information. I mean, there was one where, you know, there was one from a while back, the Steubenville rape cases where, because these kids were all on the football team or whatever, like the school didn't want to hear about it, and everyone was like, oh, well, the person who got raped is a stupid bitch. These guys are clearly innocent. There was another one where the kid was more, you know, the rapist was more upset that he's now registered as a sex offender than him actually hurting someone. It's like, for fuck's sake. And people wonder why I'm a fucking misanthrope, right? People wonder why I call humanity a virus with fucking shoes. Shit like this. Hello, train. I don't know. Just someone get me off this fucking rock. Send me to fucking Mars. I'll live in a bubble. Take 100 of my friends with me. It'll all be good. Plans tonight, I don't know. Might just sit down, crack open some sort of entertaining thing. I'm playing a new game actually. It's called Astronest. It's like a space buildy, combat-y sim thing. It pretty much, like any other mobile game, it pretty much plays itself. But I don't know, it's kind of cool. Yeah. Aside from that, not much has been happening. And I might crack open a real game once I'm done here, once this is uploaded. I'm actually testing, because what I'm using now is a level E mic. I don't know if you can see. Get my fucking fat mitt out of the way. Yeah. I've got the Rode Smart Lav on, so I'm giving that a go and seeing if this works with the camera function. So hopefully this sounds good. If it doesn't, well, you're going to get the same crappy audio that you got last time. So anyway, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Catch us later, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have something not horrible to talk about. But I don't know. This seems to be a what's pissing me off today fucking entry thing. I don't know. Rather than, you know, an actual vlog, but whatever. Anyway, catch you guys in the next one.